Hey everyone, and welcome to day one of our 10-day sugar detox challenge group. So today is going to be as short as sweet as possible. Today I'd like to explain to you some of the reason why, or some of the common reasons why people usually crave sugar. So I made a little bit of a list here that I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to talk to you about the different types of carbohydrates and how they affect your metabolism. So here's some of the top reasons. Some of the top reasons are not enough carbs in your diet, complex carbs, not enough protein in your diet, an unbalanced high carb diet, a low nutrient dense diet, meaning not very many vitamins, minerals, or variety of foods and whole food in your diet, low energy because of a poor diet, um, end up too hungry and all you want is sugar, needing emotional comfort or feeling of a getaway or having the sweet life, using as a reward for love and self-care. So maybe you might reward yourself because you do something amazing. So now you feel like you deserve something sweet. Maybe a mouth desire. There's a thing called food monotony where after you've eaten a savory meal, your taste buds mouth desires something sweet. Maybe you might have struggled with past alcohol abuse or alcoholism, or maybe it's been in your family, whether your parents or grandparents struggled with alcohol. It puts actually somebody at higher risk to also have issues with sugar. You may also associate sugar with a good or a happy memory. Maybe you need it, like I said, as a getaway, emotional numbing, or as a comfort to get away from any negative, strong, or frustration or anger or fear emotions. It helps you to kind of comfort them. You told yourself that you wouldn't eat any sugar and didn't for prolonged periods of time, but now all of a sudden you're experiencing the backlash and you want it and can't control yourself anymore. So you may say, I believe I'm out of control with sugar and it controls me. I believe that I can have it I can have it or I can have it none at all. So an all or nothing mindset when it comes to sugar. Like I said, also a history of alcoholism in you or your family. So those are some of the common things I've seen as far as people craving sugar and wanting sugar. Of course, there's also hormonal imbalances that can also be a factor, but mostly they're behavioral, they're learned, they're psychological factors as well. So with that, let me tell you just briefly a little bit about carbohydrates. So a lot of people will say, oh, don't just carbs turn into sugar anyway? Well, by definition, carbohydrates are sugar. All carbohydrates are a form of sugar. The only difference between whole grain or sugar or carbohydrates from breads or from fruit is that they're so much more nutrient dense. Not only are they full of nutrients, meaning vitamins and minerals, they're also full of fiber and water, which our bodies need. They're also full of nutrients that are undiscovered or haven't even been discovered yet. So what we're getting from those are way more beneficial than from a processed form. So when you ingest carbohydrates from a whole form, like fruits, vegetables, or wheat, or any kind of a grain, you're getting all the nutrients plus fiber. So it's going to take a little while for it to metabolize. You're also getting a little bit of protein in there too. Lots of plant foods that are forms of carbohydrates have lots of fiber, like apples, potatoes, whole wheat bread, anything with a peel on it that you may eat, maybe even some berries. Like I said, whole grain foods are going to digest a little bit slower. They also have protein in them and lots of nutrients, which your body enjoys. So you're not going to see quite of a spike and a valley in your blood sugar. However, when you do eat refined carbohydrates, meaning not table sugar, sugar that is in refined foods like cakes, cookies, pies, candies, sugar, sodas, things like that, you're going to see an immediate spike in your blood sugar. And when your blood sugar spikes, insulin comes in from your pancreas to bring it back down to normal levels. But when it spikes quickly and you have a lot of sugar at one time, insulin overcompensates and it forces your blood sugar to go down below normal levels, causing you to have low blood sugar and wanting more sugar. So that's another factor too. So yes, they do both turn into sugar. They're carbohydrates, both of them. But when you have a more nutrient dense carbohydrate, like whole food carbohydrates, you're not going to have those spikes and valleys that you experience with refined sugar. Also, you're going to get so many more nutrients from that whole food carbohydrate than you are from the no nutrient sugar, that you're going to see more of a stabilization in your blood sugar, and you're not going to have the spikes and the valleys. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully you learn from that. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk more tomorrow. Take care. Bye.